Good morning, guys. Coach Matt here with CrossFit Manitowoc. I wanted to go over some quick pre-Lakeshore Games nutrition discussion with you to help you prepare for the competition on Saturday morning. Today is Wednesday, and you should be doing your shopping for the weekend today or tomorrow. And I wanted to go over a few of the things that I do to get ready. Number one is I don't do anything different. Right, so the way that you normally fuel yourself, or the way that you normally get ready for a workout, is how you're going to want to get ready for the Lakeshore Games and the day of competition. The only difference is we're going to increase the volume. So, first off, workouts. Continue coming to the gym. We're going easy this week. It's deload. It's a natural taper for getting ready for this Saturday, and then on Friday. Come in, we're going to do like just some mobility intervals, maybe some light rowing, and work on range of motion. We'll go over all the movements on the movement standards that are in the Lakeshore Games and make sure you guys are all ready to go. So food, you're going to think about whatever your normal caloric intake is. Let's say it's 2,000 calories a day, or it's supposed to be. I want you to go 1.5 times that to like 1 3/4 times that on the night before or the day before, right? So that means that last meal before Saturday morning is going to be a big, clean meal, so no alcohol. Think about getting good fats from like avocado, nuts and seeds, coconut, olive oil, some good lean protein. Like I would love a lightly barbecued chicken and a huge plate of rice. Or a sweet potato, something like that would be fantastic, and then like some broiled vegetables. Be a great pre-competition meal, and just stuff yourself with that and make yourself totally full, and then get a really good night's sleep. So lights off, no electronics, cool environment. Keep everything as low stress as possible. I don't want you to use any like artificial sleep aids, so no sleeping pills, I said no alcohol, but again, that's not the way to get a good night's sleep. That's the way to just be unconscious for a while. All right, and there's a big difference between what happens in your brain and your body for being unconscious versus being in that restorative sleep pattern, right? So try and relax. Some of the stuff that I do on a daily basis, again, this is nothing different than what I do for day in and day out training. Little branched chain amino acids with some caffeine in it. That's kind of like my coffee substitute. Creatine with, again, amino acid blend, and then some regular old whey protein. I use GNC stuff, but you guys can use whatever reputable major brand you like. I have, for the day of the event, I've packed my snacks, so I'll have a cooler, and maybe I'll have my some tuna fish, some chicken, a bag of rice, some trail mix, and a couple like protein bars. I like these big ones. These are like 360 calories a piece, and then like some sweet drink that has a lot of sugar and carbs in it that will help you to recover. And then if you want to use like some seltzer water just to kind of clear your mouth out, that would be a good idea. And then lots of water. So start hydrating the night before. You don't need to overhydrate so that you have to get up and pee like 3 times at night, but you do need to make sure that you are not dehydrated on the day of the event. Okay, so water, sleep, relax, and eat good on the night before. On the morning of the event, wake up a little bit early, make a big breakfast. This is the last like big solid meal with fat in it that you're gonna have for the day. So 3-4 eggs, big like 8 to 10 ounces of sweet potato, a couple strips of bacon, maybe like a handful of vegetables, but nothing that's gonna mess with your stomach. So everything has to be benign and not spicy. You don't wanna be having like cayenne pepper or salsa on your breakfast eggs if that's what you normally have. Just let it be bland for the day and just deal with not having like the perfect taste palette, right, on the morning of the event. Then in the time like 90 minutes down to like 60 or 50 minutes before your first event, you want to have your last like light carb and protein snack. Okay, so this is like maybe a small zone bar or one of those perfect bars or a granola bar, something, and then some protein. I would do a whey protein because that doesn't mess with my stomach in a pre-event situation, but if it messes with your stomach, then again, don't do it. Have something that is very benign to your chemistry, but we want to do like maybe 150 calories, something like that, maybe 200 if you're hungry after your breakfast. You don't want to go into the workout hungry, but you also don't want to go in with your stomach full. All right, so around the workouts and after that first meal of the day, no more fat. Fat is going to slow down absorption of the other macronutrients in your body, and it's going to slow down digestion of everything else that you eat. So no more fat until the event is over. So we're going to think carbs to protein. The ratio is going to be somewhere around 3 or 4 to 1. right? So if I eat 4 calories from carbs, then I'll eat 1 calorie from protein, and I'll just keep up that ratio throughout the day. That's going to be my post-workout, that's going to be my intro workout or inter-workout, and that's going to be the pre-workout, and again the post-workout as you go through each event. So you want to think about small, light snack, 60 minutes before an event. If you have a couple hours in between the 2 events, that's when you can have like a chicken breast and a little bit of rice, a little solid meal. And then again, post-workout, you want to have that immediate carb and protein mix 4-to-1. And then after, again, another couple hours before the event, you can move on to some more solid food. Okay, so total calories, you think about on the day of the event, double it, right? Make sure you are eating all the time and you're eating stuff that is going to sit well in your stomach and is not too soon before your event. All right, so bottom line there is the day of the event, double your calorie intake, 4-to-1 carb to protein ratio around the workouts, and make sure you're not eating too soon before the event. It's going to be hot, 85 degrees and sunny is what the forecast says right now. So if you're going to use a strong pre-workout supplement, make sure you are well hydrated and you know what its effects are, right? And especially this day is not the day if you normally do 1 scoop to do 1.5 scoops. I just wouldn't do it, all right? Extra stimulant in your body combined with high temperature, combined with a competitive atmosphere. I feel like that is a recipe for heat stroke or doing something bad to your body. So trust that the adrenaline of the situation and the excitement of the crowd, that is going to give you all of the extra amp that you need. You don't need more chemicals in your body to make that happen. So in light of that, I would recommend bringing a hat, bringing sunglasses. You may want to work out in those 2 or 3 pairs of shorts, 2 or 3 shirts, 2 or 3 pairs of socks. Make sure you bring some flip-flops that you can walk around in between the events, let your feet cool off. I would bring like a big scrap cup that you could hold under a water faucet and dump over your head. And then towels. Make sure you have like a chair. If you want to bring a tent, bring a tent. All these things, comfort items, a way for you to sit down and cool off in between events. And pacing wise, and think about, you got 3 events. Most of us don't normally do 3 workouts at a maximum intensity during one day. So use that as a guide. You don't want to leave stuff on the table, but you don't want to work so hard on the first 2 events that you totally tank the 3rd one, right? So the goal is that over the course of a day, you have expressed your fitness to the best degree possible with really good technique, and you didn't leave anything behind, right? So it's going to be a learning experience for everybody. I can't tell you where it is for each one of you, and you kind of just got to learn this on your own. So the most important thing is just have fun, be safe, use good quality movement. I want you guys to show off how awesome you all are and all the technique stuff that you know that makes you, better than the average CrossFitters. And I hope for everybody to have a wonderful weekend. I'll be around to answer questions and help you guys out on the day of the event, as well as like running the judging behind the scenes. Put any questions that you have in this post, and I'll try to answer them for the group. Thanks, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend.